Greetings, everyone, and I'm incompetent at saying the word play when doing a countdown.
Yup.
Oh, but I'm using the Black Diablos gear. Very easy to make, at least. Just because it doesn't need majestic horns. I'm not bitter. I don't think I don't remember if I actually said this in commentary, but yeah, I actually did manage to get one majestic horn while I was grinding with Heat Wizard, just out of the blue when I wasn't trying to get majestic horns. You know,
That's the way it
and
goes.
he got a majestic horn too. Like that was his first Diablos with that character, so he was just laughing, and I was crying in a corner into a cup.
What else is new?
Yeah. Oh, and I'm using the Gravios, the white cannon thing, because it has a lot of base damage at this point. If you're going for base damage gun lances at this point of the game, that's the weapon to go for.
Base damage gun lance.
Well, damage, if you want to call that.
You poor soul. Why'd you do this to him, Thread? Why didn't you let him scale into late game?
Well, the gun lance is actually... I like the concept of the gun lance. You'll have to admit, it's a pretty cool idea.
I like the concept, but the execution is so bad, and I'm so happy it's just not there in Try.
Well, that's because they went kind of like back to basic, like with the basic weapons that Monster Hunter started out with, more or less. With except for switch axe and longsword.
No, longsword was... Oh, no, longsword wasn't.
No, longsword was not. Longsword was first introduced with the second game.
Yeah, no, the first game had dual swords.
Yeah, no, the first game didn't have dual swords, and then came, like the G version of the first game, and then they got dual swords.
I don't know, I never played the first.
Well, that's at least how it works. Like, I think there was also some things that they didn't get with Monster Hunter 2, and then came Monster Hunter G, and then they added a couple more weapons too, something like that. I think maybe one of them was gun lance. I'm not entirely sure, and that would explain why there's such a poor selection of gun lances, and why they're so horribly balanced. Because it's just like we gotta toss in a new weapon type. What do we do? Well, what if we make lances that can blow up things? Oh, that's a good idea. We'll toss a few of them in. Yeah, look at that Diablo standing in the way. Can't see a damn thing.
Welcome to Monster Hunter.
Yep. Diablo's country here. And I got Bomb Cat just because it's been a while since I've used him.
Ooh, it's fine. Those are pretty nice.
Yeah, they're pretty nice. I still prefer the Vibrance tiers mainly just because I use Trenny a lot. Trenny is a very good source of just getting free stuff.
Getting horribly broken spears you should not have yet.
Exactly. There's like at some point where you can get like, I think it's like it's an item called fire cells that you use to upgrade a lot of fire weapons.
Yeah, fire cell stones.
And you can get them early just from saying, "Hey, Trenya, go get them." And they're really easy to get just by sending Trenya to the volcano for their 1,000 points.
It's not just... No, you can... I'm pretty sure there's two... You can mine fire cell out of volcano.
Oh, yeah.
But there's only 2 mining spots in volcano that'll...
Oh, so it's like fire
you.
stones.
Yeah, and I know in high rank, like in the hunt at least 2 Hermitar quest, like I know if you're doing it there, like if you mine during that, you can get them. Because that's what I was doing. I was trying to upgrade my fire hammer while I was doing that quest to get the armor parts for their armor, and when I was waiting for the second one to spawn, I would go and mine those 2 spots.
That makes sense.
And I would get shit.
That's kind of something I wish they would do at least in like village quests. Is they would actually give me some proper gathering quests for high rank, so I could actually go mining properly. But
yeah, no, you can't do that unless it's online mode.
Yeah, well, or the offline game called. But I have to to get there first, and I can't get there until I get more multiplayer taken care of.
Yeah, the Lao Shan Long.
Yeah. But really, the only thing that's holding me back with the multiplayer is, well, one, my computer, and two, people are busy.
Well, he's coming right at you.
So, I don't know. I might actually have to cut down the multiplayer to 2 people. Just because Amald has been very busy lately. He's doing a bunch of stuff. I'm not gonna like divulge what he's not. If he wants to say it, he can say it, but I'm not gonna divulge in people's personal lives. Nobody's business.
Does it have to do with Monster Hunter?
No.
Okay, then fuck it.
Exactly. All people need to know is he's busy.
I was hoping he got to do something cool with Capcom, like a Monster Hunter thing. That would be fun.
I doubt that. It would be cool, but I don't think Capcom cares.
Mald is busy testing the beta for North American servers of Monster Hunter Frontier.
I would love that, but Capcom has shown that they don't give a shit about the Western market.
Wow, how surprising.
Yeah. Unless it's Street Fighter or something stupid like that, they don't care about. Yes, I called Street Fighter stupid. I don't care. I hate that game.
Street Fighter's not stupid. Street Fighter Cross Tekken is stupid. Let me tell you about gems.
Nah, I just don't. I just in general don't like fighting games. It's
No,
not.
but don't you understand? Street Fighter Cross Tekken's a good game. They made Mega Man 1 box art Mega Man a playable character, right?
Really?
Yeah, like the fat, creepy guy with the fucked up drawing of the helmet. And he is a character. Him versus Pac-Man driving a giant robot is a fight you can have in PS3 Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
That's.
But only PS3 because Sony money.
Oh. That sounds incredibly stupid, actually. Especially the fact that it is only for the PS3 that you get something. I mean, like, if you're gonna go balls to the wall, let everybody have it, right?
No, the reason why it's for PS3 is because Sony paid them.
Yeah, of course. It just, you know, it's one of those things that companies do that's very unfair. No, personally, I'm kind of hoping to touch back the subject of what I plan on doing with recordings. I personally hope that I get at least the single player stuff of Freedom Unite and Freedom done before Diablo 3, because it's going to be one of those cases where
Diablo 3 comes out and I'm not doing commentary anymore for a while. I'm fucking gone.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a Skyrim. I'm supposed to up. Oh, that's right. I have a bunch of videos I can put up.
Uh-oh, look out for that Black Diablo.
Yeah.
He's gonna get you.
Luckily, the other one runs away, so I don't have to fight them both at the same time. But I decide to paintball them just so I can keep an eye on them. It's a good idea to know when they're coming to bother you while you're trying to fight another thing.
You just keep trying to run while you have no stamina.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna eat a charge to the face.
He wasn't charging, he was digging.
No, but, you know, like, you don't manage to think when you're in panic mode. You're like, crap, I don't want to get hit. It's a waste of a potion. I could be chugging potions by getting hit by the other one.
Always be thinking.
Yeah. I'm a bad hunter, remember that. I died to Blangos. I still have not yet died to a Kelby yet. Got it on video. I would like to do that. You know, just by accident die to a Kelby, get it on video. I don't know.
When I first started playing Try, I was playing online mode because I had been told that you got better rewards from online mode, but all the basic stuff in online mode is like, you know, pick up these mushrooms.
Yeah.
You know? But I couldn't do it because they wouldn't spawn enough and you needed to have more than one person.
Yeah, I know that
right amount of
quest
mushrooms.
is absolutely bullshit because unless you play with multiple people,
it's
is
impossible.
designed. Yeah, it is literally impossible. It is designed for The gather.
But I didn't understand that, and I kept trying and failing at the first quest, and I ran out of money.
Wow, that's terrible. Yeah, no, luckily, I actually read about this. Like, I was doing some research on Try because I was stuck with a couple missions. Like, there was, like, one of those where you go grab an egg and then you have to bring it back to camp. But one of those types of missions in Try. And now this is the first time I've been playing a Monster Hunter game with Try. So, you know, I was like, what? You're supposed to gather an egg? Well, where do you get these? Okay, I'm trying to kill monsters, and I'm not getting any eggs. I'm not getting any eggs from cards. So I'm, like, gathering around. Half an hour goes by, and I find out where the egg is. But in the meantime, like, I also occasionally check, like, a couple websites, like, oh, like, where do you get these eggs and so forth. And one of the things I actually ran into was, like, that one mushroom quest you can't complete because, you know, if you're doing a multiplayer one and you're only one person. So, yeah. You know, that's how I kind of ran into it. And I'm kind of, again, one of those cases where I'm very happy that I read about this ahead of time before I ever started playing multiplayer. Because here's the other thing too, like, when I was trying to play, like, the multiplayer, I was trying it out. There was no one on the European servers, like, whenever I would play, so I just never really got into the multiplayer. And now I tried again recently, just to, like, test it out, see what's going on, etc., how it all works, so I know what's going on before I start playing Try. And then I found people to play with, and I'm like, where the hell were all these people when I was
starting out?
So, you know, I had a blast playing with random, mainly because I found people suck more than I do, and I can look competent compared to them.
No matter how much you don't want to, no matter what, you will always find a pub lord online.
There was I think, like, there was a person who was fighting a monster called the Barioth. That's all I will say about the monster's name. I will call it a Barioth, and people who want spoilers and want to look it up, it's not really a spoiler, because, surprise, it's a monster. But, like, he was using a bowgun.
That was a shit tail swipe there.
Yeah. He was using a bowgun, and he would, like, run in, and he'd get, like, one shot.
Wait, he would run into melee with bowgun, take off one shot, and then bolt?
No. He would get one shot because
I see.
That wasn't upgraded.
Yeah.
And he would run up close to a monster while you're using a ranged weapon. I do understand that you do a little bit more damage if you're a little bit closer to the monster, but if you're using a ranged weapon, you're not supposed to get up close and just stand still and keep firing.
Come on, cat, throw the bomb.
No, the cat doesn't throw big barrel bombs. They just kind of kamikaze. But yeah, this person will just continuously get one shot over and over and over again, and the rest of us like, what the fuck is he doing? Oh, we didn't have time to type or anything, but like everybody's kind of like reaction was like they would stop up for a moment and they'd be like, oh, okay, that was just a fluke. And the next time it had happened, we're like, okay, so we've got one more knocked out, and then we have to do this over, and he'd do it again. And they're like, okay, maybe he'll learn his lesson. So he'd do it again, and he gets himself like, and he's really trying to play the game and everything. He's not very good at it, and he dies.
Pub lords never learn. That's like rule number one of this game. Pub lords don't learn. You can tell them what to do, and they won't do it. If you're in the online mode lobby and you see some dude and he's just starting out, and he's literally got no armor, and you're like, dude, you should at least make Peiko armor. I'll grind Peiko for you and get you to stop. Make Peiko armor. And he's like, no, I don't need armor.
Peiko? Why Peiko? I would rather go for Ludrif, but that's because I'm melee usually.
I'm melee too, but Peiko is good because it gives you defense up. It takes only like 4 attack gems to get you attack up.
Oh yeah.
And I think you get recovery speed as well.
Yeah, that's actually really good if you're starting out and you're going to get hit a lot.
It's amazing for melee beginners. It also doesn't need too much to upgrade to when you get to the plus sort of area. You only need like 2 armor sphere pluses at the very end of each items. So I think you only need a total of...
That's pretty
You only
good.
need... Yeah, like a total of 10 armor sphere pluses to get it up to maximum before you get to high rank shit is pretty good.
She is angry. Look how fast
Yeah.
she is. She's
Wow.
just zooming all over the place. This one thing that really scares me about the Diablos is how fast they can get when they get angry.
Yeah, they kind of just pull that out of nowhere.
Yeah, you know, first they're at a reasonable speed, and then they get angry, and then suddenly they're super fast.
I mean, they're no Tigrex, but
No.
the nature of their size makes it a lot more dangerous.
That, and you don't want to get hit by their charge move, because that is going to hurt you a lot. Especially
yeah.
high rank.
Like, they're big, so when they start moving faster, like,
It's hard to get out of the way.
It's deceptive how much ground they cover.
It's really hard to get out of the way if you don't get away immediately as soon as they do the sort of... They take a step back and get ready to charge sort of emote they do.
Yeah. Because the emote comes out faster, too.
Yeah, I mean, I have the advantage of at least having a shield, and then I can do the quick shield draw, and then they'll hit the shield instead of me, which I'm very grateful for.
Let me tell you about rolling.
I prefer the heroic dive than rolling myself. Just
Rolling with Constitution up and evade +2 and
Yeah,
evade disc up is
that is
so...
really good.
I'm just gonna cruise through your charge head to tail and take no damage. Just roll through them forward.
I hear you're getting good use out of the Narga armor. I remember you were talking about that a few weeks ago before I just...
Narga is it's so disgusting. Oh my god. Just cruising through things like...
I probably won't use Narga armor just because I'm using the gunland.
It doesn't fit your weapon at all,
Exactly.
but if you're running hammer or greatsword,
Well,
Narga is disgusting.
well, that's not true if you're also running a regular lance, because you can chain 3 back hops and make a huge distance. And like a pro strategy for like lance users, regular lance users, not gun lance, is the idea is you're supposed to use your back hops to close distance between you and the monster, so you don't have to pull your weapon away, pull it out again all the time. And like people who are really good at this, it's like second nature to them, and they're like half a second and they're right up to the monster again, and then they keep attacking and they never really stop.
Yeah, no, the trick with the lance is to get right up into the monster so that when you back hop, you're still within poke distance and your combo just does not end. And if you do end up too far back, then start your second combo with a horizontal poke before going diagonal, because that will close up like the gap better.
And there's also the thing where like if they get a little too far away still, you just turn around, which takes half a second, and then you just push the back hop button a couple times, and then you turn around again, and you just keep poking. That's something I have not mastered just because I've been using Gunlands a lot, and I get one back hop, and that's only used for... I wonder if I can get out of the way of this before it really hurts me, because I cannot block this.
Yeah.
Which is really important. Look at me getting greedy with that damage.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're at the end of the fight.
Yeah, and I don't mind, like, I got like 500 or 600 honeys, so... It's not like mega potions are in short supply. I mean, I can do these fights without taking very much damage, but it's like, but then they take a longer time. So sometimes you have to shorten the video length, you have to get greedy with damage and take a couple extra hits.
Yeah.
If I was just playing this for myself, honestly, unless I was just doing it as a practice run to like prove that I can take as little damage as possible to myself, I will still go balls to the wall with getting greedy with damage. It is a bad habit. Like, I want the loot now so I can make the armors faster.
I've never had much of a problem with using items. I go to a fight, I bring potions, I bring blue mushrooms, I bring herbs, I bring honey, I bring mega potions.
Well, I never really bring the blue mushrooms and herbs because I never really get to the point where I need that many healing.
I don't usually get to that point, but it's better safe than sorry. It's not like I'm bringing anything else.
Well, I usually bring like extra traps or something like that. Just because...
I don't bother with traps and tranks. I I don't know. I know I get better rewards and the fights take less time, but at the same time, I don't know.
Well, the thing is, you can buy trap tools from the old crazy lady for like 100 zennies apiece, and as well as fangs. Genpei fangs, so you can make like tons and tons of shock traps. Not that they're the best traps out there, but they certainly can trap most monsters, so, you know, free hits. I love that.
I just don't bother, like, it's...
Well,
I just like to kill.
Here's the other thing. Like, if you're using a gun lance, you're trying to hit with, like, a wyvern's fire, it's harder to hit them when they're moving. Because you're mobile for, like, 3 or 4 seconds. I'm like, not mobile, but immobile. So, I mean, like, for farming purposes, I'll usually bring lots of traps with me. But, you know, like, lately I've just been bringing... Well, lately I've just been bringing traps to capture. I'll be up against, like, 2 monsters. This is, like, a common theme from this point on. You will always be fighting 2 monsters, more or less. So I've got enough to capture everything. And then maybe, like, an extra trap or 2, but then there's... The inventory space is getting cramped, and, like, I'll occasionally also gather items, so, it gets messy. These black Diablos just don't want to die. Though, admittedly, I should have brought a better weapon if I was gonna, like, if I had planned on gunning this much. But the other issue, again, what I really hate about the gun lance is I don't have a diagonal poke. Like, unless I'm hiding behind the shield, but shield attacks are really weak. I want to call them shield attacks because you're hiding behind the shield and just doing quick poke. But that's also another thing I hate about, like, the shield, the regular lance, is that diagonal poke behind your shield is really, really great to have.
Yeah, I think that was probably the goal of the design decision there, is to make it feel like the lance itself isn't as versatile because you're trading versatility for the gun, so it's not like it's probably...
Yeah.
I don't know, this is not like it's probably, you know, too heavy or something to consistently do that with, unless you're holding it on the shield as a support. I think might be the design idea they're going for.
Yeah, it might be.
You could just stick it up or forward, but diagonal would require too much arm strength out of the shield as a prop.
Yeah, that would actually make sense. I don't know. I'll probably end up also playing third portable, just, you know, like, getting my PSP fixed and all that, and then playing that. And I'm actually kind of eager to, if I do play it, like, try the gun lance and see how well it scales and all that. And try out the new attack and support with all the weapons. Just out of curiosity.
Here's how it scales. Everything got buffed forever.
Yeah.
Except for Longsword. I think Longsword got nerfed.
Well, Longsword also pretty broken.
Yeah, Longsword was really broken in try.
Hitting through multiple hitboxes and multiple attacks just with one attack? Yeah. Not multiple. Hitting through multiple attacks, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Longsword is just absolutely broken. And because, you know, like, it buffs up your strength when you got your spirit gauge pulled up, and then you buff up your strength with all the items and the armor, and you have a ridiculous amounts of base damage. Just, ooh. But, you know, I'm actually kind of happy that they buffed up the bow and arrow in third portable.
Yeah, it really needed it. It still sort of needs it even after the buff.
Yeah, but you know, it desperately needed it. And I really like the bow. I really do.
It's a good concept of being able to do range stuff and still have a bit of support, but
and
be able
mobile
to focus
too.
more on the offense than the defensive side. Like, I find bow guns are not... They're useful, but they can't handle missions themselves unless they have a ledge to cheese off of or something. I don't...
Well...
I just look at them and I can't see them finishing a mission, but I look at bow and I can see the potential there, but it was just really underpowered until B3.
Yeah. Well, unless we're talking about Frontier,
Twisted.
bow guns are absolute just broken. And yeah, I actually get some pretty good rewards, but, you know, no Majestic Horn in this, but lots of rewards. I do like that. But the video is coming to an end, and I guess we'll see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed the microphones.